we live in interesting times, right? We have so much choice and we're surrounded by choices and we're overwhelmed by those choices, or we don't have enough choice. And the truth is that even when we have a lot of choice, while we have a lot to pick from, that doesn't actually mean that we have a lot of choices. And I think that the skill that becomes really important for all of us, whether we're managing really big choices in our life, like career choices or romantic choices, or whether we're managing really small choices, like what do I want to eat today, is learning how to best navigate these choices. Because I think the real power of choice does not come from the fact that we're able to pick. Because if you're going to spend your day picking, you're going to be picking from morning until night, whether you're picking soda pops or whether you're picking what school to send your child to. So one of the really important skills that each of us needs to be able to develop is something I call being choosy about choosing. And that means that you don't want to make every single choice, that the first choice you make is what choices are worth my time to make. And then the second choice you want to make, once you've decided you want to make a choice, is ask yourself not which one of these hundreds or thousands of choices do I want to pick, but what kind of choice is actually going to give me a value added. And once you understand the answer to that question, that's when you understand whether you need to pick or whether you need to create a choice and create a meaningful choice. Our temptation is to think that the job of a chooser is like standing before that proverbial vending machine, right? So you're looking at this vending machine of all these options, and all you think you have to do is point to the exact thing that you want. And I think that if you think of choosing that way, and certainly our marketers and our marketplace tries to manipulate us into thinking of choice that way and the act of choosing that way, I think you're leaving a lot of value on the table. Because most of those choices are indifferentiable. Most of those choices are meaningless. Most of what you're doing is engaging in some sort of a trivial, meaningless illusion of choice exercise. So I think that the value of choice doesn't actually come from picking. It comes from your ability to create. And the way I come to this is there's a very famous French polymath by the name of Henri Poincaré, whose words actually inspired both Picasso and Einstein. And here's what he said. He said that invention consists of avoiding the constructing of useless combinations and consists of the constructing of useful combinations which are an infinite minority. To invent is to discern, is to choose. So here's what I think each of us needs to be doing in our own personal lives. It's our job to construct those most meaningful options that enable us to find and create our value added. That's our job, each of us. And that comes from our ability to create those meaningful options.